Cool, cool.
I have questions.
We'll do questions after part.
Okay.
Wow, this is so cool to see everybody here. Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride Month. Thank you so much for joining us today. This weekend is really, really exciting, and I just want to thank all of our staff for all of their hard work that they've put into this, and just all of the stuff that's been happening behind the scenes to get to this point. All of our team leads, all of our trust and safety people, all of our media team. One thing that I've learned over the past 2 years of working with the Trans Academy is that it takes a village to build something like this. This is not something that any one person can ever do. And this has been such a collaboration between our team, but not only our team, but the community, because we are nothing without the community. And I just want to thank all of you for being a part of this wonderful thing that we've just been building over the past couple of years. And I'm just grateful every day that we're at where we're at. Never in a million years would have thought that this would have been where we would end up, but we've made so much progress starting from where we were at. You've probably heard me tell the story of the Trans Academy, in the past, but just to kind of go back a little bit, we started with 10 people in September of 2022, and it was just a handful of us sitting around the coffee shop just talking about trans issues. And what we realized is that VR chat and social VR was such a powerful technology for exploring gender identity, because in this place we can be anything that we want, and for trans people that is everything. And it's something that is also true in my case. Like, I know that I spent a lot of time on platforms like Second Life a long time ago. I'm old, I'm sorry. But that's kind of where I did my gender exploration. And it just kind of was like the beginning of using these spaces to be able to explore our own gender identity. But kind of going back to the beginning of Trans Academy, it was summer of 2022, and I was in a pretty bad place in my life. It was a very rough time. My career was falling apart. My relationship was falling apart. My dad had just been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I had just lost my mom to cancer. I remember being in the parking lot of the hospital and sleeping in my car because I thought I was going to lose my dad. And I remember being on my Quest 2 and watching Little Witch Academia over 5G, and just hearing the story of that anime, and just kind of like the resilience and the strength and just like overcoming all of the darkness, and emerging on the other side just as kind of like this beautiful thing. And it's something that I also experienced in my own life, and being able to kind of transmute this pain and this darkness into something beautiful. And that's absolutely what has happened here. We've been able to, as a community, take a lot of the pain that we deal with as trans people every day, and we've been able to forge it into this amazing thing that is changing the world. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of that. And I just want to thank all of you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. And I'm really looking forward to where we're going to go with the Trans Academy. We have a lot of exciting stuff. I have some slides I'm going to show you today. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into that, because we have some really cool things that we're working on. So yeah, just to give a few little data points, like I said, we started with 10 people, and now we have 25,000 people. So that happened. Trans people are out here in VR chat. And it's awesome to see. We have 10,000 people. Actually, I think it's like 11,000 now on our Discord. But also we have 70 volunteers on our staff now, which is just amazing. And everybody plays such a critical role in making this place happen. But with all that said, we have one mission together. And that mission is to provide accessible resources to our community and allies around the world. Social VR and VR chat has given us an opportunity to be able to bring resources that otherwise would have been limited to where you live. We've been able to bring this to people around the world. And now with VR chat coming to phones, people will be able to access these resources in our community more easier than ever. And that's so exciting to me. And of course, I would love to thank VR Chat as well and all the VR Chat staff members for being so supportive of our community in the community team and being able to allow us to have this feature. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but if you open up your quick menu, you can see we actually have a feature for Pride. And I'm so grateful that we've had the support of the company to be able to feature our community in this way. And also on the social channels like Twitter. Exciting news. The Trans Academy is a 501c3. I remember this time last year, I stood on the stage here and I said, I would love for us to become a real life nonprofit, something that we could bridge the gap between reality and the virtual and be able to create meaningful real world change through what we're doing here in VR chat. And now that we are a 501c3, we have started that process and it has been so exciting. One of the first things we're doing with our 501c3 is we now have a proper class team. And so the class team is a dedicated group on our staff now that is going to be heading up a whole educational track here at the Trans Academy. Of course, we have our voice classes that we've been doing for the past year with Rachel and her team, which have been wonderful. And earlier this year, we also had a computer science class. And people were like, Tizzy, why do you have a computer science class at the Trans Academy? What does that have to do with it? And one of our missions is to empower trans people with hard skills to be able to take these things into the real world and become financially independent and potentially break out of any toxic situation that they might be in. I feel that, unfortunately, we have to exist within capitalism, and being able to have skills to exist in this system is going to enable trans people to be able to have that freedom. And so that's something that we want to do through our class team. But beyond that, we are teaching things like makeup classes, which is really exciting. We have a teacher who's going to be coming in next month, who's a professional makeup artist, and she's going to be offering classes to everybody, kind of in the same way that Rachel does her voice classes, which I'm very excited about. Another exciting announcement, we have Trans Academy 2.0 coming pretty soon. This is something that Akimbo and her world team have been working very, very hard at. When we first started the Academy, we never expected the amount of growth that it's seen over the past 2 years. So this world was not built with mobile in mind, much to the dismay of a lot of our Quest users. And we recognize that it's had performance issues and it's something that we are looking to address. So I am excited to share with you some of our work in progress stuff of Trans Academy 2.0. We are currently remeshing the entire Trans Academy building and world. It's going to be all properly baked and lit, and it's going to be very performant, low poly, very optimized for mobile, which I'm excited about. And you can see some of the materials are starting to be added to the buildings, and of course this will go along with the landscaping, which will be much more optimized with our shaders and such. So coming soon, hopefully sometime this summer. I'm looking forward to that. Some of you may have been to our Moonlit Academy event. Moonlit is an incredibly cozy space that Kimbo put together in 36 hours with no sleep, just straight building a world. And it's amazing. And we are eternally grateful for the work that our world team has been doing to build these spaces to host our events in our community. And just one more thing before I jump off a stage here. We are currently collaborating with EOZ to make Trans Academy branded full body track straps, which is going to be awesome. And a lot of the proceeds are going to be going back into our class team to support our educational mission. And so Jason at EOZ has been incredible to work with, and we're really looking forward to making these available to everybody. All right. And that's pretty much it. We're a little bit early, so I think what we'll do is we'll take a little break for the next 15 minutes or so, and then we will invite the VR chat team to come up here and join us, and we'll be asking them some questions. Jamie will be hosting that. So I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much.